Hello everyone, it's Mama Do. Okay, so it's not Monday, but there is a very recent disappearance, vanishing of a child that I want to read on. Spirit is guiding me to say that this is urgent. So, I'm prepared to hear what Spirit has to say, what Spirit wants to reveal. Now, let me read from my phone what's happening. It says the Grays Harbor, and this is from Fox 13, the Grays Harbor County Sheriff's Office needs help looking for missing 5-year-old Oakley Carlson. Okay. I know it's in Washington State, and it's out of this little town called Oakville. Oakville is a little town. It's like where I live. Okay, like there's only about 500 people where I live. There's like 700 in Oakville. This article says neighbors said they had not seen Oakley in quite some time. And the undersheriff actually has stated that none of the neighbors recognized this little girl's picture. Now, mind you, this little girl lived with her biological mother and father, where she was given back to them by the state because she had been in foster care for about 3 years. And she was given back to them November 2019. Alright? One neighbor said they noticed the school bus had stopped coming around. They don't really remember when the school bus quit coming, but it's that the school bus just quit coming. According to the Grays Harbor undersheriff, a concerned citizen called in a welfare check, which led to her being reported missing. The undersheriff said, "We've had discussions with the parents. Overall, they were not cooperating. Initially, they were arrested for obstructing an officer, and since that time, they've been arrested for manslaughter." Now, they haven't found Oakley. And yesterday, these parents, which are Jordan Bowers and Andrew Carlson, they were already arrested, but they were booked under manslaughter charges, waiting to officially go before the judge for it. Authorities say the circumstances of her disappearance are so suspicious, and her parents, Jordan Bowers and Andrew Carlson, are in police custody for investigation of manslaughter. Prosecutors now have 72 hours to determine whether there was a crime and whether they should be formally charged in front of a judge. Well, 24 hours have passed, so we got 48 hours to go. And they've been out there searching that farm, especially a part of the house where they had this fire that did some damage, but they never called 911. Now, why would you have a fire at your house and not call 911? What would stop you from calling the powers to help you? What the hell are you doing that you would not call the firemen to come and help you? The immediate concern is finding Oakley. Deputies are asking anyone who's seen her in the past year to contact them. Though according to the undersheriff, that time frame is meant to get a better idea of family dynamics. Because the parents are trying to say, oh no, the last time we saw her, she was alive. And they're saying it's been a couple weeks ago. Really? And you didn't report her missing? You gotta be kidding me, right? You are kidding me, right? She's 5 years old. She can't make it on her own. And she's so darling. What a cute little lady. Investigators stopped short of saying when Oakley was last seen, but said several days are unaccounted for. Deputies, State Patrol, and the FBI are now involved in the investigation. Neighbors said that the Bowers and Carlson regularly fought, and that a number of people have called 911 on the couple. Bowers, in particular, has a lengthy criminal history. Now, Bowers is the female, okay? Carlson, the husband, he used to be a police officer, but where he worked at decommissioned him in 2017 because he kept making false statements and, basically he couldn't stop lying. He was definitely not doing things above board, alright? Everybody wants to know where Oakley is. Though the young girl's former foster family is the most eager to hear news. Jamie Jo House, that's the foster mom that had little Oakley for 3 years. From the time she was 7 months old until a week before her 3rd birthday. Said she feared something bad would happen, but never this. Miss Howell said, we told them several times this was not a safe decision. We begged them, please don't let her go back there. Please don't let her go back. Howells and her husband Eric said the decision to send Oakley back to her biological parents was rushed. They raised concerns about how she acted when she'd returned from overnight stay, that she was not comfortable immediately. There was fear. There was anxiety in this little girl who's only turning 3 years old. You could tell she was looking for the motherly love from Miss House because she wasn't getting it from her mother or from her father. The House also said they continue to contact Washington's Department of Children, Youth, and Family Services when they heard about issues with Oakley's parents, though they never had contact with the little girl since November 2019. Now, how did the foster family hear about issues? Well, the foster dad and the biological dad went to high school together. Foster dad says the biological dad is not the same person he used to be whatsoever. He's definitely a different person now. Miss Howell said they made a mistake, a big mistake. I told them in my last letter it was going to be on their shoulders if something was to happen to Oakley. Of course, the Department of Family Services will not give any of the news people any information because you know how tight-lipped they are when it comes to minors. And that's understandable. But there are some who have put in for information to get around this, to get more details of what all is happening. They're holding out hope that Oakley is still alive. Investigators said they're holding out that same hope. Miss Hiles told the detectives and the searchers, please don't give up on me, and please do not give up on her. I felt like in 2019 everybody gave up on us, and I promise you I won't give up on you, and I won't give up on her. Alright, so that's what we know. We don't know when was the last time Oakley was seen. It's been a while since the school bus has come and picked her up. Biological parents are not cooperating. Police, detectives, everybody, search teams are searching the property because it's out of the country, you know. So there's some land around it. And don't forget that part of the house that was burned. I'm sure they're taking those walls apart to see what's behind them. If there's been any new floors laid recently. It does not look good for Oakley. Under so many days that she is alone, unless she's been given to somebody else that we're not aware of. But I want to put out this plea now. If you know anything, if you know this child, if you know these parents, I don't know what the cat just knocked over. But if you know this child, if you know these parents, if you know anything about them, have seen them interact together or singly, please contact the Sheriff's Office at 360-533-8765. If you want to speak directly to a deputy, you can call Detective Sergeant Paul Logan at 360-964-1729. Please, any and all credible information. They're looking for a timeline to try to find out when Oakley disappeared. Alright, let's get busy with the reading. See what Spirit would like to reveal. So the first card is the card of affirmation. For all those invested in this reading, whether you're a family member, friend, soul tribe, detectives, any law enforcement, searchers, rescuers, your card of affirmation is today, I will forgive. Ooh, that feels so heavy. Today I will forgive any past mistakes I have made and love myself unconditionally. And when you get home tonight, hug those kids one more time. Hug your husband, your wife, your spouse, your significant other. Hug them one more time. Jack and Buttercup, settle down, the two of you. Jack is picking on Buttercup. Child, come stop the cats from fighting. Sorry. Allow yourself to be distracted from this case, to be in the present, in the here and now with your family when you get home. Yes, this case is very heavy on you, but so is appreciating the love that you're surrounded by and the support of your loved ones. Alright, so the synopsis of this reading is heartbroken. Yes, it's very heartbreaking to know that this little girl is missing. That these two people did not have the decency within them to love and protect her. Deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. Maybe it wasn't intentional. Maybe it just went overboard. Maybe it was a freak accident. But when they won't cooperate, we don't know that. And it's going to make it so much harder to believe when it does come out. So the romance card for this reading is all about true love. Showing true love, expressing true love, knowing that your family, your soul tribe, is the romance of a lifetime, to appreciate it. Sometimes it's gone before you know it. The Archangel part of this reading is Counselor. Tarot reader, shaman, an actual counselor of some sort, a detective maybe, during an interview, to find information, to put the puzzle pieces together, to take all those pieces and make a whole pie out of it. Archangel Azrael, you are a natural counselor and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. So spirit guide, angels and ancestors, can you tell us about the day that Oakley Carlson vanished, the day that she disappeared? About why is she a missing person, a missing child, a missing 5-year-old child? Arguing, fussing, feuding, fighting, out of control, hitting, blunt force, frequent hitting, not even paying attention to where the blows are landing, feeling like it's justified. If that's the long arm of the law bringing it down. So somebody's going to learn how to listen. A loss of hope, a loss of inspiration, of feeling desperate. It's gone too far. It went too far. 9 of Cups in reverse. Wasn't what you intended to have happen, but it's what happened. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Feeling as though you're going to lose everything. If anybody finds out about this, you're going to lose everything. You're going to lose your love, you're going to lose your money, you're going to lose your home, you're going to lose your freedom. All because somebody didn't listen. Did y'all hear my dog and my cat playing? Would y'all stop it? Stop, Belle. That's enough. Was that what Oakley was doing? Was she just playing? When somebody attacked her? For just being 5 years old? I feel like they started this since we started this reading to prove a point to me. That, well, they're cats. And a dog who thinks that she's a cat. And here I am getting on to them for it. But they're just doing what they do. Queen of Cups. Oakley. This is Oakley. Trying to say, I'm sorry. I love you. I'll do better. I can do better. I can be better. I can listen. Give me a chance. Quit hitting me and give me a chance. I can do better. This is Oakley begging for the punishments to stop, for the abuse to stop, for the neglect to stop. I can do better. Give me another chance. I can do better. Spirit, can you tell us where Oakley is? Ace of Cups. I saw some maps earlier on the news channel. I didn't notice any creeks around there, like rivers. This is like a pond. It's not a big body of water. It's a small body of water. A well. A well on the property. Or the sewer. The well or the sewer. Sure, is that correct? The well or the sewer. Who hurt Oakley? Spirit, who hurt Oakley? Did Mom hurt Oakley? Or did Dad hurt Oakley? Who hurt Oakley? Page of Wands in reverse. The Ace of Wands in the upright. And the King of Swords in reverse. Alright. What do we have here? Well, The person that did it lashed out, not because they were mad at Oakley, but because they were mad at somebody else. And it was a show of power. You do what I say, or I'm going to keep hurting this little girl. And the other person's response was more or less, so what? I'm still not going to do what you say. So we have one who is the abuser and one who is complacent with the abuse occurring. Spirit, was Oakley given to or sold to another person? Was Oakley given to or sold to another person? I know that this card over here says that there's evidence or remains in a well or in a sewer system on the property or near the property, but I don't know that that's actually remains. It could absolutely be evidence of the crime, of the abuse that has taken place. The Chariot, no, she never left the farm. She never left the farm. Not on her own accord, not on her own 2 feet, not being carried out in somebody else's arms. Spirit, about who harmed her, can you clarify the Page of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the King of Swords? These are very heavy cards. I do know they will check the well system. They will check the sewer system for evidence, and that's a wonderful thing. I hope they also check all the drains in the house, like in the toilets, in the bathtubs, and in the sinks. Check the P-traps and take out the pieces to test. So many days were missing. So many things could have occurred. Yeah, it was a very unhappy home. Very unhappy situation. Now, when you look at these two parents, I'm not being judgmental of them. Something is very wrong with this scenario. Anybody that doesn't see that, I don't know what to tell you. But when you look at their faces, especially if you see pictures of what they used to look like, you can tell there's an absolute substance abuse of some sort, whether it's alcohol, drugs, whatever it is. There's an absolute addiction going on here that has played a part, that has played a factor in this situation. Hopefully neither one of them will experience any cardiac issues while they're drying out in jail. So they're definitely drying out. They're not going anywhere for a hot minute. So, the most likely outcome of this reading regarding the disappearance of Oakley Carlson is the Five of Pentacles. Being very lost and alone. That was how Oakley felt. Very lost and alone. Stuck out there on that farm with nobody showing her any love or affection, understanding. There's a song from Annie. If you've ever seen the movie Annie, and in that song it talks about when nobody cares if you breathe or if you grow. And that is how our poor Oakley felt. Lost and alone in that house. And that is clarified by the Eight of Cups. She will never return to it. She should have never went back to it. I believe that there's going to be a lot of reform that's going to need to take place with Washington Children Family Services to look at what has occurred, the warnings that they've had, of why this case was rushed and not studied better and longer and more thoroughly to protect in the best interest of Oakley. So, for family, friends, soul tribe, for searchers, law enforcement, and anybody else investigating this case, a card of advice from Spirit regarding this case. We get two of them. The Horse King, assistance and control. Maintain control. I know the FBI and all of them are coming in. Follow the chain of command. Take the assistance of everyone who's offering it while you have their parents arrested to get the charges brought against them, to keep them there. They'll give you more time to find Oakley. And there's hungry ghosts about. Obsessions, scarcity, consciousness, and attachment. Take a moment, searchers. Take a moment, family, friends, soul tribe. And pray to your ancestors. If you believe that Oakley has passed on before, if you believe that she isn't with us anymore, ask Oakley to guide you to the evidence. If you believe that she's still alive, ask another elder ancestor to guide you to the evidence. And please make sure that they check all the sewer traps. All of them. For the laundry room, for the bathrooms, for the showers. Check them all. Is there one out in the garage? Check them all. Don't let a single one go. You're going to find that beautiful little girl's DNA somewhere. You're going to find evidence. Alright. That's our emergency reading is what I'm going to call it, because Spirit has gave me this reading early this morning before I had to take the grandson to the doctor. And I just now got to where I could get it done. But follow your spirit guides, please, during this search. They are trying to help guide you. When it feels right, or whenever they're giving you those feelings, listen to them. Listen to them. Okay? I'll see you all soon in the next reading, and all my prayers, love and light, go out to the family of Oakley Carlson. I pray she's still alive and is able to be brought back soon. And Spirit forbid, if she has passed on, may she rest in peace, knowing that she is loved and cared for. I'll see you all soon. Namaste.